there are many, and I'm neither an expert nor do I have a mandate to deal with the security challenges. What I can say, however, that I am here in this important symposium to examine the relationship between security and mass and forced population movements. That's what my organization deals with. And of course, the links are many. First and foremost, because the people that UNHCR deals with, refugees, displaced, are people that are fleeing massive insecurity in the forms more often than not in unresolved conflict, a major security problem in today's world. And also because, of course, very often, and wrongly I think, refugee movements or movements of migrants and even foreigners are associated with insecurity moving with them. And I hope I can use the opportunity of this conference to once again pass the message that refugees in particular are not the carriers of insecurity, are people that are fleeing from insecurity, and therefore they need international protection and they need humanitarian assistance. First and foremost, I think it is important to end conflicts. Most of the refugees from Syria, today from Myanmar, from many countries in Africa are fleeing from conflicts, some of which have been lingering for decades. I often say that we live in a world that has become unable to make peace. Mechanisms that were put in place after the Second World War to address conflicts have become obsolete in a multipolar world, in a globalized world. So we need, governments, people responsible for these matters need to reflect on this and really initiate a serious discussion on how can we better respond to security crisis, to military crisis. How can we better prevent conflict? The Secretary General of the United Nations has it as one of the tenets of his reform agenda to strengthen conflict prevention. I think that from my perspective of an organization that deals with population movements, we have a lot to contribute, because often we can detect from the movement of people the beginnings of serious conflicts, and we can help create conditions for early responses that would avoid major displacement crisis and would avoid, of course, the explosion of wars and conflicts.